Hey guys, I'm the Final Anomaly. If you liked the video, please hit it with the thumbs up, comment down below, let me know your feedback, any suggestions, I would really appreciate it. And if you would consider subscribing to the channel, I would really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out a lot, and it would mean a lot. Alright, so I've been getting a lot of comments saying that they have built the Ojama trick deck, and it is great, but they feel they're bricking a lot. They feel like they're not doing it justice. They're not doing the combos that are there. And I thought this duel is a good example of the different combo routes, or the different routes you can go with this deck to try to save your buns and win the match. Guys, last call. The tournament is today, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you don't know what time that is, it's in Texas. So whatever time it is in Texas at 4 p.m. I hope to see you guys there. It's free to join. First place, second place prize. And if not, just come watch. It's going to be on the Twitch channel. All the links will be down below. Discord, the sign-up sheet. Twitch. I would really appreciate if you guys can make it out. All right, so I think this duel kind of showed a lot of the different routes that this deck can go into, and so I want you to see the hand. This is a brick. This is really bad. This guy is Platinum 3, I believe, or Platinum 4. I think he's Platinum 3. So guys, you know, big baller over here, Platinum 3. We got a vanilla Ojama Red, which isn't too bad, but see Crush Wyvern. We don't want to see those in our opening hand, guys. The only thing I hate about this deck is sometimes we see at least one of these in our opening hand. I've tried to reduce the deck. No matter what I do to the deck, I always see one in the opening hand pretty often, and I hate it. Ojama Magic, you don't want to see that in our opening hand unless we could discard it. And Ojama Duo, guys, there's no way. We have nothing to discard these cards. See Wyvern is just there. Ojama Red, yeah, we can special summon Ojama Yellow, but guys, this is a brick. So we still have some options here. We just gotta see what is our opponent gonna do. Hope for a good draw, and then based on what we see what our opponent has, then we weigh our options. Like I said, the reason I chose this duel recording is because I think it showcases a lot of the options that you have with this deck as far as what routes you can go. So necessarily not just because I did them here, but these are routes you can go into. This is the first part of a second part video that I'm going to do, and in that second part video I will get somebody to help me, and I'll show you absolutely all the different routes you can go into with the deck. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to fast forward here. I'm going to let him go through his plays just because there's no need to do all of this. I will say this. And this is kind of when you know your opponent, right? This kind of, you have an idea of how your opponent's going to be. Either they messed up, they bricked themselves, and they're trying to do the best they can with what they got, or maybe they just made a mistake. I don't know. I don't know why he activated this. Hey, half your life points, then target one Raid Raptor XYZ monster in your graveyard, special summon it, then special summon from your extra deck one XYZ monster that is 2 ranks higher than that monster. I don't understand. I think maybe he did it to later in the game to be able to go into a bigger play. And he did go into that bigger play, but I don't know this deck, so I don't know why he paid 4,000 of his life points for this move. He summoned this guy. Nothing fancy, nothing special. And so, guys, once they're done with their turn, you want to take your time. Once they're done with the turn, before you make any moves, guys, you want to take the time to read every single one of their cards. Okay? So, this guy. During your main phase, if this card is a normal special summon this turn, you can send 1 Raid Raptor card from your deck to your graveyard. During your main phase 2, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle this turn, you can add 1 rank. Okay, we're not worried about this guy. This guy does nothing. You can also XYZ summon this card by discarding 1 rank up spell. Summon, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. That's when it's summoned. It's already been summoned, too late. And if it was face up, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack it had on the field. If this card is in your possession, is destroyed by an opponent's card and sent to your graveyard, you can special... Okay, so we're not worried about this card. I don't know why you paid 4,000 life points for it. 2 level 4 monsters gain 500 attack and defense for each winged beast monster you control. Except this card once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. Add 1 level 4 dark winged beast monster from your deck to your hand. Not worried about it, guys. They don't even have quick effects. Not worried about it. Special summon also cannot be... guys, not worried about it. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card, then target one monster your opponent controls, destroy. Okay, this card, guys, we're worried about. He can destroy a monster on the field by detaching, but guess what? It's not quick. It's not a quick effect. So we're really not worried about it. So what we're gonna do is, I think we drew this. We're gonna go ahead and send an Ojama Duo from our deck to our graveyard. Guys, Reason I do this is you want to bait out any kind of hand trap first, because the play we're going to go into is Ojama Red. That's all we can afford to do with all these monsters on the field. We got to go for Zeus. We got to go for Zeus. There's no other options. So we do this to see if we can bait out anything. Nothing's baited out. Ojama Duo is there for backup on his turn or our turn. And so next we're going for Ojama Red. Like I said, guys, this is the only play we have here. So we're going to go for it. We're going to special summon both of them. Now we have 2 level 2 beast monsters. We can go into an XYZ. You can choose to go Ronin Racoon, or you can choose to go Melffy. The reason I didn't choose to go Melffy is in case he had some kind of a trap card or magic card that had some kind of mirror force effect, where like if I attacked it destroyed the monster, or something that said, you know, target this monster and destroy it. If I had Melffy on the field, you can't activate Melffy's effect until it's the opponent's turn to separate it. You can attack life points directly, so you could do that if there's something you couldn't crash into. But I did it in case they activated something that destroys him. He cannot be destroyed because I will summon the token that is another beast. So as long as there's another beast on the field, he can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. So I go to crash into this guy so that my next move can be to get into Zeus. If you guys don't know Zeus, guys, I don't know who doesn't know Zeus, but if a monster attacked, an XYZ monster attacked, you can summon him out and use the material on the XYZ monster plus the XYZ monster, okay? But he did activate this, he activated this card that returned our cards to our hand. This was devastating. This was devastating. Okay, because now we have nothing. We put Wyvern face down, we put Ojama Duo face down. The reason I do Ojama Duo face down is because we want to use it for our following turn if we survive. But also, if there's an option to clog up his zones, we're gonna do that. Even if he can link into them, guys. He's got 6 cards or 9 cards. Is that 6 or 9 cards? He's got 9 cards. To me, that's not a lot of cards, so maybe he won't be able to link them. He's been showing me one link monster that requires specific requirements, and then XYZ. So my thought process is he can't link these tokens. Okay, he activates this. He, I believe, goes into an XYZ. Oh, I couldn't put Wyvern. I apologize. I couldn't put Wyvern because I already used my normal summon with Ojama Red. We're pretty stuck here. Now, luckily, he doesn't have like a lot on the field that makes me think we're gonna lose this turn. So I activate Ojama Duo. Guys, the reason I activated Ojama Duo is this effect right here. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 level 4 winged beast monster from your deck. So I clogged up those fields. I essentially negated that effect. I didn't really negate it, but he couldn't resolve it because he can't special summon because his field is clogged up. So guys, essentially we got rid of that. We got rid of that effect there. We got 1 effect out the way. 1 effect is out the way because Ojama Duo. So right, unfortunately he was able to link them. If he was not able to link them, guys, this would have been tough for him because we clogged up some zones. It's fine, we run the risk. It's only a 1400 monster. Okay, he activated another effect. In the end, he was able to summon it, but it kept him from summoning 2. Okay, he summons this guy. He continues to summon. Now, this is scary, guys. He's got enough on the field to finish us. 55, 65, 71, 85. He's got enough to finish us. This guy's effect: you can detach 1 material from this card. This card gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field. Then if this card has a dark XYZ monster as material, negate the effect of all other face-up monsters on the field. But he can be the only one to attack. So he doesn't go that route, of course, because he's got more power on the field together. Alright, so he attacks me here, guys. What we want to do is, I know we have Ojama Duo. We know 1 card in his hand is not a hand trap. I don't know what the other card is. So here he can kill us, but we want to wait till he gets to the beefy guys before we activate Ojama Duo. Here we activate Ojama Duo. You always want to go for what you know you're going to need. In this case, we want him to attack into Ojama Blue. We want him to attack into Ojama Pink. Why? Ojama Pink's going to let us discard Oja Magic plus gain a card in our hand. Ojama Blue is going to let us search for whatever we please that is Ojama related. So he goes, destroys Ojama Blue. Of course, right away I look at my options. Oja Match is not going to help us here because we can't be crashing into each other, into the monsters. So I immediately go for Oja Simulation because I have enough cards in my hand to activate it, guys. Now, I know I'm going to be able to discard Ojama Magic with Ojama Pink. Can you guess what card I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for Ojama Red, because I'm going to be able to use him, use his effect, and summon all the Ojamas from my hand to try to go into some Link plays or XYZ plays. So I go for Ojama Red. We use Ojama Pink, we get rid of Ojama Magic, we get an extra card, which just turned out to be an Ojama Black. We reap the rewards of Ojama Magic. And now we have some plays next turn. Okay, we drew another Ojama Duo. So for immediately, I go into Ojama Red. Ojama Red, guys, is going to let us summon these guys into the field. If we had a Delta Hurricane, we could activate a Delta Hurricane. But with this Ojama Red plus Ojama Magic plus this little... what Ojama Duo did is give me plays. A lot of people talk about Ojama Duo. It's not a good card. It's slow. Guys, Ojama Duo just saved our butt. So with this, we can choose to summon Ronin. We can choose to summon Underworld Goddess. We can choose to summon Access Code. We can choose to summon a Palooza. We can choose to summon Saryuja. We can choose to summon Nightmare Unicorn, Masquerena, Link Spider. If we go into Melffy or Racoon, we could potentially go back into Zeus, Melffy, number C1 Numeron, Racoon. And so, guys, we could go into all of these plays. Now, after being scarred and Ronin being returned to the hand, I wasn't going to risk a Zeus this time. Okay, what do you think I'm going to go for, guys? What do we need? He's got all these beefy monsters on the field. What should we go for? Let's see. The reason I summoned all of them is because I don't need anything in my hand, and Simulation is good. So, guys, we go into number C1 Numeron because it doesn't target anybody and it's gonna banish everybody. He actually has something to respond to this, and this is nice. This is nice. So he brings out one of the biggest, beefiest XYZ monsters, Ultimate Falcon. Guys, Ultimate Falcon, unaffected by the card effects, so that's why he wasn't banished. You can detach one material from this card, and the rest of this turn, all monsters your opponent controls lose 1,000 attack. This is not a quick effect, though, so nothing to fear. Once per turn during the end phase, again, nothing to fear. So, luckily, Numeron cleared the board for us. We go ahead and use Ojama Duo that was sent from our sent before. Guys, the reason we did Ojama Duo before Ojama Simulation, you always want to keep these things in mind. You want to bait out... you want to see what's going to be your maximum play, right? I could have done Ojama Simulation. He would have blossomed Ojama Simulation, and we would have been stuck. Okay, but we went Ojama Duo first to see if we could bait out anything. Luckily, we did. Immediately, Ash blossomed it. Well, guess what? Now, if he's got another Ash Blossom, he can't use it on Ojama Simulation. All right. So far, I just want to recap, guys. So far, I showed you the power of Ojama Red, being able to go into almost any play from your extra deck. I showed you how to get out Ronin Racoon. With Ronin Racoon, you could potentially get out Zeus. You could have also gone Melffy. I gave you the reason as to why I went Ronin Racoon. Unfortunately, we were unsuccessful in getting out Zeus. I showed you kind of options of how you can use Ojama Duo and what to go for depending on what's in your hand. We used Ojama Pink and Ojama Blue to get 2 cards from our deck, draw a card, send Ojama Duo to the graveyard, draw 3 cards, guys. How many cards did we add to our hand with Ojama Duo? And it protected us from losing on the opponent's turn. So very, very, very good. Always go ABC first, guys, because you can use these monsters to go into additional plays, which is what we're going to do. How are we going to get rid of this guy that is unaffected by the card effects? So ABC can't banish him, XYZ can't destroy him, Unicorn can't send him back to the deck, and he's got 3,500 attack. ABC's got doesn't have enough attack, XYZ doesn't have enough attack. How do we clear him off the field? Unfortunately, we can't go Ronin Racoon and do a token because this Ronin Racoon requires 2 level 2 beasts. This is what we do. Okay, we go into this. Now we want to be selective about what we're gonna link first. We want to get rid of Buster Drake and Assault Core because we only have 3 monsters on the field. We can't go into anything great yet. So we use IP Masquerena to get rid of those 2. Why? If we wanted to, we could wait till next turn and do something. But she is 2 materials now. and the monster that gets into this will have the effect that this card it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Okay. Now we use the effect of B Buster Drake. We bring in any Union monster, doesn't really matter. Now we go into Unicorn here. Why Unicorn? Because we can get rid of this guy here. Okay, we could have, even if he didn't have this, we could have selected this. We wouldn't have sent him to the deck. We want to get rid of this Ojama Duo. We want to have it in our graveyard so we can use the next turn. But not just that. Sea Wyvern's effect is going to activate, allowing us to special summon this card. Okay, guys, Unicorn can be used for 3 materials on the Link 4. Okay, so we got 3, 4. Now we have 4 materials for a Link 4, guys. Who are we going to summon? Who are we going to summon? Always, before you go into your summon, try to draw the card. Use the effect of Simulation and Oja Match to draw a card to see if you can go into a different play that's even more beneficial. The reason I say that is, what if you would have drawn into another Oja Simulation here, right? If you would have gone into another Oja Simulation, you might go a different route, because then at that point, you would be able to summon A to Z Dragon Buster. Okay, if you drew an Oja Simulation, you'd be able to go into A to Z Dragon Buster. All right, here we got this. Nothing, to be honest, not that great. But who are we going into, guys? Who are we going into? Access Code Talker. Let's go, Daddy Boss Monster. So now we have enough attack power to get rid of that. Not affected by any effects. Sending Unicorn. Let's go. Let's go. We just responded, guys. Let's go. I couldn't use the effect to banish him because he's unaffected by card effects. We go ahead and get ABC out. Now here, guys, here's where you kind of want to play it by ear. Depending on his deck, if you've seen that he's got a lot of destruction cards, Dark Hole, Raigeki, anything that does destruction, you might want to hold off on summoning A to Z until the next turn. In case he busted out with the Raigeki or Dark Hole, you had something next turn. In this case, I felt pretty confident. Again, guys, showed you how to explain how to get into Zeus, how to summon Ronin Racoon, potentially Melffy. We got into Ojama Red, which gave us the option for anything in our extra deck. We ended up going into C1 instead. We've summoned Access Code. We've summoned ABC. We've summoned our Unicorn. We've summoned Masquerena. I showed you how to use Oja Simulation to be able... Guys, Oja Simulation got Access Code. Okay, Oja Simulation got us a card in our hand, returned a card from the field to the deck, summoned... gave us a card into our hand, let us special summon a monster, got Access Code Talker into the field. Guys, all that with Oja Simulation. All that with Oja Simulation. Plus got us ABC. All of that with one card. Okay, one card. You just got to learn how to use it. Don't immediately go into ABC. And then he quit. Because it was over. Because it was over, guys. So... again, a recap, just real fast. I will have another video where I actually show you step by step how to get into these routes and get into these combos. But with one card, so pretty much Ojama Red will get anything in your side deck as long as you got the cards in your hand, as long as you make the right plays. Ojama Duo is there to get you out of a tight spot sometimes. That's why I like the card. I like Ojama Duo. It's actually got me out of situations so many times. I can't stress how many times. So really you want to just pay attention to what you have. But there we go, guys. We summoned just about everything. We summoned Racoon. We could have almost summoned Zeus, but unfortunately we didn't. We summoned Numeron. We summoned Ojama Red with all the beefy monsters. We just summoned Unicorn. We summoned all the 3 Union monsters. We summoned ABC. We summoned Access Code. We summoned Masquerena. So much, guys. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know your feedback. If you need to know other routes, other things, this deck is actually, I'm very transparent. This deck has got me through a lot of wins. Has got me to Platinum. I'm Platinum 4 now. Is it 100% win rate? Absolutely not. But it's actually fairly good. And if you like Ojamas, it keeps up with the meta, and it will give a meta a run for its money. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will post the video of all the routes in a few days because I'm going to post the tournament stuff this weekend. And guys, come make it out. Come watch the tourney. Let's find out who wins. We got 20-something people that's joined. It's gonna be a ton of fun. And thank you guys so much for sticking around, for watching this. Like the video, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Have a good day.